All right. Good morning, eighth graders. I just wanted to pop on here and kind of give you a little overview of the double-sided journal entry and what's expected. I know you guys have done this before with Miss Rye, but that was a little while ago. So we are going to be completing double-sided journal entries for chains. Our focus is going to be character this go around. So when you are pulling evidence from the text, I really want you to try to focus on character because that is going to be our focus for the first part of the novel. So if you are watching this, I am assuming that you have already read chapters 1 through 3. All right. I'm going to change this. It says 2 to 3 entries per chapter. So this is a note-taking method for deepening our thinking while reading. You must complete 3 entries for each chapter chunk, okay? So what this means is 3 entries. 1 entry, 2 entry, 3 entry. So for each chapter chunk, so for chapters 1 through 3, we are going to complete one side of these pages. Now, we gave you hard copies of these double-sided or double entry journal notes so that you could spend some time away from the screen. So we're going to go ahead and get started with chapters 1 through 3. Go ahead and take your books out and turn to page number 3, which is actually the very first page. So on this side of these boxes, this is where you are going to put the actual specific evidence from the text, the actual quote. We are not paraphrasing. We are not putting our own thoughts here. This is going to be an actual quote from the text. It can be a specific passage, interesting language, a quotation, a key event, critical fact, main idea, or a problem in conflict. Okay, so that's going to be in this left side. Now, on the right side, this is where the information from your mind, that's where you're going to put that information here in this box. Okay, so from your mind, you could have a reaction, a theory hypothesis, a connection, an explanation, a discussion of significance, a discussion of reactions to the text. So these 2 boxes, the one on the left and the one on the right, connect. Okay, they connect. Now, down here, these 2 boxes will connect, and finally, these 2 boxes will connect. Whatever you put in the left-hand side, you are going to explain or write about why you chose that particular piece of text. So these boxes are connected. Now, we're going to go ahead and start with chapter 3. We're going to focus on character. And on page 3, which is the very first page, it says, "My sister Ruth sat next to the coffin. Ruth was too big to carry, plus the pastor knew about her peculiar manner of being. So it was the wagon for her and the road for me." So when I read that, first of all, we learn more about the character Ruth. Okay, we learn that Ruth is the main character's sister. I don't think we know the main character's name yet, but we know a little bit about her sister. She was too big to carry, and the pastor knew about her peculiar manner of being. So what I that left me with some questions. Okay, what peculiar manner of being are they talking about? So I'm going to go ahead and make sure I put quotation marks here. I'm going to make all of this blue so that we are very clear that this is what I am typing and possibly what you can put in your chart. Okay, so I'm going to say, my sister Ruth sat next to the coffin. Ruth was too big to carry, plus the pastor knew about her peculiar manner of being. So it was the wagon for her and the road for me. So when I was reading that, I really had some questions. So my question is, what does peculiar manner of being mean? Like, what is so peculiar or different about Ruth? Why could she not walk with the main character? She had to ride in the wagon. So those are my thoughts. Those are my reactions. These are my questions. So we learn a little bit more about Ruth, the main character's sister. Okay, so the information that's going to come from your mind over here is really, it doesn't have to be too specific. It doesn't have to be a paragraph long, but I really want to see kind of what is going through your mind when you read these specific passages. Remember, we're going to try to keep our focus on character. But if you have other questions about setting, different things, you can conflict problems, you can put those in here. But at least one of them, at least one of your connection boxes should be about character. Okay, if you have any questions, I'm going to continue to fill out this chart and plop it into Schoology. So if you have any questions about what's expected, please go ahead and email me, let me know.